This is a knee extension technique, and basically what it's going to do is resist the knee collapsing into flexion and then assist back into extension. So it can be indicated for a range of things, but particularly for our quads muscle strains and patella tendons. So we need to run from about mid-shin. If it's a patella tendon, we're going to probably finish mid-thigh, but if it's a muscle tear or muscle strain, we need to finish well above that injured area. I'm using a double layer power band here because we have the full body weight coming through it, but that will vary depending on the size of the person, the loads that are going to be going through it, and so on. Nice anchor point without any tension. Anchor that down, and we're going to run up right over the patella. We use that as a pulley, so we come on a slight angle towards the patella and then back again up through the quadriceps. Now if it's a muscle strain, we're going to create a little bit of an anchor point below where the tear is and box all this soft tissue together, as that's been shown to reduce the stress on the muscle fibers. So we're going to pull everything together, get our tension on once again, and then have a nice anchor point at the top once more. I'm going to come and cover the entire piece with the 3-inch or 7.5 centimetre tape. This is particularly useful in contact sports where they're getting grabbed. That double layer is a little bit easier to pull off, whereas with the wider tape now, this is going to anchor all the way around and we'll just have a single layer at that interface with the skin. So start below the first strip. Get a nice anchor point on and just follow, ensuring that we're on the outside all the way around, and that we're going to come and finish above, and again with our nice anchor point with no tension at that proximal end. So press and hold to maximise your adhesion. The longer you hold it, the better it will stick. So 30 seconds to a minute, and then give the whole thing a good rub. We can then come in and create our soft tissue offload. So if it's a tendinopathy, we'll come in and box up around that infrapatellar region, around the tendon. If it's a muscle strain, we would come in and we'll box up in the region of the quadriceps where the most tenderness is and where that muscle strain is occurring. So there are several ways to do our boxing techniques. The simplest way for the patella tendon is simply to create an X or a cross through that area. We know that our tendons don't like a combination of compressive load with tensile load, so that overwork we're addressing by doing some of the work here, and then this is going to come in and reduce some of that soft tissue compression by creating a big spongy area below the patella. So we anchor, pull all of that soft tissue together, tension on once again, and then stick down without any tension on that anchor point. And we can see how it starts to draw all the tissue together and create that soft, spongy area below the patella. Another alternative for the boxing or this soft tissue offload is to create a V, and we're just going to run a piece of 5 centimetre or 2-inch tape on either side to really lift up and maximally unload that soft tissue. So we start on skin, as we'll get better adhesion there than starting on tape where the two tapes are going to shear in different directions. Anchor through the tape and then use the fingers to pull all of this soft tissue up and towards the inferior pole of the patella. Tension on, anchor, tension on, and then sweep around, and then another anchor point without any tension. And we can see how we start to gather up this soft tissue. Make sure you're not pulling behind and into flexion when everything here is working to pull into extension. Then we do the same on the other side. So once again, anchor on skin, anchor with the thumb, tension on, sweep around, pulling that soft tissue up if necessary, and another anchor point. Hold that really well, particularly where it crosses and on those anchor points for a good 30 seconds or a minute to get maximal bonding.